That's P.O.C. I want you to look at that. Rising up from the ground. There's no airport right here. That's B Street and Metro 102 apartments. This is the fake moon over my head, moving as I move. This is the Ontario International Airport, which the world is going to witness an entire airport being shut down for being a stalker. The only thing that would come up with that, something that bizarre, something that psychotic, is because they are in fact the Nephilim. These are the demon possessed. All right, and remember, they're flying miles west of this location doing the exact same thing over the Stater Brothers parking lot, over the parking lot where I'm standing and the fake sun is over me. This is that pattern. It is indeed the pattern of conduct. The entity is doing so with California Highway Patrol. Like I said, Governor Newsom is very much aware about what's going on in the state of California. Governor Newsom is watching me expose this on the internet. Okay, this is the pattern of conduct which Governor Newsom is criminally responsible for, is engaged in the P.O.C. I don't have to be around this person to know that. Okay, I don't refer to demons as men and women. These are creatures. Okay, creatures that have hijacked positions in order to maintain grandfather and this satanic surveillance system. Very much aware of what California Highway Patrol is engaged in, like the California Department of Motor Vehicles is engaged in, where I'm subject to this P.O.C. Okay, the state of California. This is the entity that's engaged in criminal summoning. California Highway Patrol, very heavily documented gang stalker. California State Police are engaged in criminal summoning, stalking me, doing so with the City of Ontario, the Ontario Police Department, while they are, again, very much bothered and triggered by me, coming around and following where I'm located. And this is following the fake moon. They're following. The entity is engaging in what is surrounding. Metro 102 engaging criminal summoning with the state, the Ontario Fire Department with California Highway Patrol. Okay, this is the P.O.C. So what the entity is doing by the Ontario International Airport is serving, like I stated, to prosecute the entire entity, because it is a pattern of conduct, meaning you don't have one element without the rest of the elements. If they're stalking with the fake sun, it is indeed criminal surveillance. That's why something as supernatural like that is present in the first place. They are only psychopathic to engage in conduct as though something else is happening or nothing's happening at all. Those are the same psychopaths that are going to be diagnosed. They're going to be treated regarding the unlawful threat that they pose with regard to their mental illness as it's exhibited through that malicious behavior. All right, this is a P.O.C. Where the airport is stalking, the people of the state are around stalking me as well. They're stalking, all of them. This is the pattern of conduct. I want you to look at this right here. This is why the Ontario Police is being disbanded, in addition to California Highway Patrol engaging in criminal summoning in the city of Ontario. It is currently it's 12:23 a.m. This is a predator. This is a vagina monitor. They're stabbing my feet at night with needles. They're engaged in theft of my property. This is conspicuous surveillance, and this is the unlawful threat posed by the terrorists in the state of California, staring at their devices, demons. This is the P.O.C., vagina monitors that don't say anything to you. Over and under the age of majority, terrorists that are roaming around, undiagnosed, unlabeled, improperly labeled, engaging in criminal activity right in front of your face. These are the terrorists that fill the state of California. And Mike Lorenz is being removed from law enforcement because of it. This is a stalker and a population of them, pacing all around me, obsessing over my vagina, filling whatever library that I'm in all day long while they're stalking under the clear indicator, the specific environment. This is P.O.C. This is what is so disgusting about the people of the state. That information that includes what their names are, their social security numbers, their addresses, their license plates, the names of their children, whatever it is that I have about terrorists, that's exactly what's going to be published on the internet. And you're looking at the impunity with which they engage in criminal activity. These are terrorists that need to be identified. This is the government that engaged in waging war against American citizens. You do not have any privacy, and just because you don't like the fact that you lost in that war doesn't change that. It does not change that. That's the reality. No foreign terrorist has any privacy rights. No domestic terrorist has any privacy rights, and the terrorist is the U.S. government. And that's not some anarchist conspiracy theory. It's the pattern of conduct. It's fact. This is P.O.C. It is currently 12:25 a.m. on what is March 30th, 2026, where the Ontario International Airport is engaged in very particular means of stalking me. And they're also keeping my vagina under surveillance. That is the unprecedented basis to remove a gang stalker that is an Ontario International Airport. It's an international airport that's engaged in the sex offense of surveillance in places like bathrooms. All right. And they're doing so at 12 o'clock in the morning, where the entity is just roaming the streets engaging in terrorism. This is what's going on in California. And this is what's being criminalized and is being federally prosecuted. This is P.O.C. It is currently, by the way, 12:25 a.m. The government's being federally prosecuted for that unlawful threat posed to my life. The entity that you're looking at engaging in what is conspicuous surveillance, because that's what's happening when they're all around you, driving all around you, flying all around you as well. That's the government. But I'm talking about the people that state the malice of that population, that they're right in front of your face, sitting in front of you, walking all around you, and they're criminally monitoring you. They're stalking you right in front of your face. That is an unprecedented threat, and the government is going to pay the penalty for that. The people of the state are going to pay the penalty for that. Okay? Every status within that defendant, which is the people of the state, meaning the immigrants are being deported. Okay? That's going to be met with deportation. That's going to be met with what is prosecution as terrorists. That's going to be met with those that engage in that conduct, because that's exactly what they do. They think that it's disarming when they're pushing a stroller. No, it's equally threatening, and it's psychotic. That Satan thinks he can put on a costume and engage in that same exact criminal system. It's the same exact identical pattern of conduct. That's called malice. And this is a federal prosecution for that. This is the same entity. They commit murders. And they sit around engaging in psychotic rituals while they celebrate taking the lives of American citizens. That's the reality of what's going on under the fake sun and the fake moon. While the Ontario International Airport's engaged in mentally ill behavior, such as stalking one person. And that's what I have proven. The entire city of Ontario is stalking one person. This is P.O.C.